guys, Rivet here. I'm doing it, I know. Welcome back to another vlog, walking in the woods. I know I mentioned last week that I was done, and I am. This is just a kind of a follow-up in case it got missed in the last episode. I will be discontinuing the vlogs over here on this channel. I'm going to devote my efforts to my Frugal Wanderer channel, which is live. I have recorded an episode for this weekend. It's going live tomorrow. And apparently search and rescue is out because I can hear a helicopter. It's been circling around. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. And I decided to just play around and enjoy my my walk, bring out the camera, and test my new toy. You may see over here, got a new microphone. I have the Rode Wireless Me, which is now a part of my repertoire. I on the fence on it at first, but upon looking at the reviews and looking at the functionality with what my setup is, it seems to be a pretty decent idea and easy to use. So to have a backup, it's a very important thing for me and what I'm going to be doing. So I picked up a couple of handheld recorders, and none of them panned out. They all kind of sucked. And I was looking at spending more and more and more, and I ended up picking up a couple, but none of them worked out the way I wanted to. Today. Howdy. I should get something like that. All the wheels and all this.
And they're getting something more than just like an inflatable, because you can get just like an inflatable.
So I picked up this setup. Twofold reasons, and it was kind of it registered with me about what my plans are. First is this camera with the DJI microphone setup. I do not like the adapter. And okay, so the DJI microphone, put it in my pocket, lavalier microphone, works great every time. Never have a problem with it. I can record to it. It's wonderful for that purpose. I'm going to maintain using it that way. The problem comes with hooking the receiver up to the camera. So the way that it works, the receiver has a little USB-C adapter that plugs into the USB-C on the camera, and it works. The problem is it doesn't work with any, and I mean any of the cages that I've got for it. So to keep my camera secure, I have to take that off all the time. And it's a constant other fiddle. So it was driving me kind of nuts. And the fact that I lost one of the transmitters and the wind muffs on it are, to order two, they're going to cost me around $50. And I was just like, they don't last. So I'm just going to keep throwing money at it. So having it sit like this, I couldn't do it. I couldn't afford it anymore. So I'm going to keep it for what it is it's going to be my backup, to be honest. So I'm going to keep the DJI in my pocket. I may end up laving myself up all the time. Not doing that today. The accessories for this are a lot cheaper. Wind muffs, I've already ordered another set of 4 for $16. So that's easy. This came with 2. The receiver for this sits on top, so it kind of clips into the cage that I have. And then it's just got a little USB-C cable that runs from the microphone from the receiver to the camera. So it works really, really good. So I'm very happy. So far, The sound quality is good. I did a little test on it earlier, and I dug it. It looks like we got joggers coming through. A lot of people out here today. So,
They know. They know? Yeah, they're stopping at the rock. Okay.
and the joggers through. So, yeah. There are a couple of weird oddities with this setup, but it's not game changing or like, oh, I'm not going to use it. There's an app for adjusting a few of the settings. Again, I set them, I've got them set to where I want them to be, and I'm good. The only setting that I might change, but it's something I'm going to be thinking of in advance, is that the receiver has a microphone on the back of the unit. So that means I could hold this like this, and I'd be able to talk, and it would record from the receiver instead of having to rely upon this. And the purpose of that for me is if I end up recording an interview or if I have somebody filming with me, then I don't have to have another setup or another wireless connection. I'm mic'd up and just have to enable the feature on this receiver, and it's going to work. So I'm good with this. And it's not an always on thing, so I can enable it or disable it. So currently it's disabled because I don't have a purpose for that. It's just me. The only detractor in essence to this is that it doesn't record locally. So I can't record to the transmitter. It's not the end of the world. I have the DJI. If I want to have a backup, I have just set up another lav, done. The other thing that I really like is that this unit came with all the cables I could want or need. So it's got the TRS cable for going to my Sony camera. It's got the USB-C to this. The TRS cable will go to the X3, the Insta360 one, and to top it off, it has a lightning connector so I can connect it to my iPhone. So when I have my Insta360 Flow, which is it's so much fucking gear, and that is the phone gimbal that I have. And the cool thing with this is I can hook up the receiver to the gimbal. There's a slot for like a cold shoe. Just connect it there and run the cable to the phone. No problem. So yeah, this is going to be a much simpler solution for me for all the stuff I want to do. And that was one of the other detractors for the DJI microphone, is that the USB-C connection on my Pixel didn't work. I tried connecting it to the Samsung, wouldn't work. Kept on getting error messages. Plug this in, no problem. So I'm happy. So gives me a lot more flexibility for on the go, and it's literally like all the cables and everything in this little bag. So I'm kind of good with that. So yeah, I am going to be moving all of my vlog stuff over to the Frugal Wanderer channel. I'm really, really, really enjoying that aspect of my life. I'm sure it's come across. I'm more energetic when I record these videos than I am when I do almost anything else on the channel. I don't know where I stand with gaming right now, to be honest. I picked up a bunch of games lately, and they're fun, but I just have not really been 100% inspired to record. The last thing I did was a couple of weeks ago, recorded an episode of Monkey Island, and I haven't done anything since. Now, mind you, I I can't blame gaming for that. A lot of that has to do with me. Dealing with a bunch of stuff at work, which I've mentioned, personal issues and everything aside, and trying to focus and, put my life in order. Because there's a lot of stuff. I'm juggling a lot of balls in the air at the moment. So, one of my main concerns has actually been my job. I have been running into some issues there. I'm not going to go into huge details or anything, just needless to say, is that I have not been confident or comfortable in my position there for some time. Finally got an email confirming some of my stuff, so I have a timeline now to look forward to. And that means at the end of that timeline, I have to make a decision, and we'll see. No idea where I'm going to be at that stage, so it's a few months away. But having a modicum of closure right now is better than having everything up in the air. And that's been a lot of my stress, is not really knowing, trying to balance, life, work, travel, making plans, and none of it's easy. Adulting sucks, which I'm pretty sure everybody can agree with. Being an adult is no fun. If I could go back and talk to my younger self, I would tell myself, don't ever grow up. Maybe I did that because I really haven't grown up much. I'm still kind of young at heart. God. I'm going to be turning 55 the end of the month. And I'm no longer young. When I hit 50, it just didn't resonate. And that wasn't that long ago. I think from the time I was 30 to 50, I blinked and I was there. And I don't want to blink and be 70 and try to figure out, why I didn't go and travel. So that's the main reason for a lot of this right now. I am not a huge fan of the corporate culture. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the ideals that we have in North America about what we should expect from ourselves, as we get older. Planning for retirement and doing your investments and your 401ks and all of that was stuff for other people. I never had much of the opportunity. I spent a lot of my time working in the service industry. I did other jobs and stuff. I'm not complaining, but my ideal was never what I was being told was what I should be planning for. Honestly, when I was in my late 20s, I thought, you know what? When I get to retirement age, I'm going to go back to school, get my degree in archaeology, and my retirement is going to be doing that, being an archaeologist and all that kind of stuff. And it's still something I would love to do. But that was always a dream for when I'm older. That was going to be my way to travel. It's going to justify a bunch of stuff. And now I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to travel. I'm going to visit a bunch of these locations that I've wanted to go to. And I'm going to, do my own. I'm not going to do archaeology, but there's nothing wrong with the, looking at history and cultures and people and, taking a look at some of these older buildings and areas that we don't have here in North America. Any civilizations that were here before, you know, my forefathers showed up, I don't see them. You know, I do understand that the native people were fairly nomadic, and I don't think that they lacked technological skills, but I think that they had different things that were important to them. You know, like being in tune with nature and, you know, being good stewards to the land that provides, which I'm a fan of, trust me. I think that's kind of part of more of what I want to get into, is to get away from this constant commercialism that we have and do something different with my life. So yeah, rambled a lot more about shit than I should have. And here I am talking about, you know, wanting to stay away from commercialism, as I spent the first 10 minutes talking about my gear. I know, trust me. It's a dichotomy in my own brain too. But my gear has a purpose. It's not just a want to have. It's not just. It is a bit. But there is a functionality to what I'm doing. And my plans are, you know, combining, getting everything together. And yeah. So if you guys liked this kind of content, and you want to see more of me walking and wandering and talking, follow me over on the Frugal Wander. I will always keep a link down below. I will probably have it added to my channel section in my about. Don't know. But we'll probably post the odd little short here and things that are going on over there to keep people interested. But anyway, I want to thank everybody that has come to any of these vlogs and has shown me love. I do greatly and deeply appreciate you. But I am not quitting. I am transitioning onto the next adventure, which I'm very much looking forward to. And I won't have to do this walk up the hill anymore. Looking forward to that. Oh no, I'm still doing this all the time. But doing it while walking, whew, brutal. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.